Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the ABS show. You're now watching Love and Hip Hop. I'm just giving you safari vibes, okay?
Yeah.
This is
And I like it because I love me some safari.
Yes.
I want you, girl.
After the video, now you like safari?
I've been a safari fan since before they even broke up. While they were in the relationship, I was team safari, and I still have hope that they get back together, actually.
No. I'm glad we're talking about safari because this episode is about the Western news. So we're going to dig into the Western culture and the Western pop culture stuff that is going on. But before we do that, let me let them know so they can subscribe to the page. Go on Instagram, follow us on the ABS show. It's one word, the ABS show. And while you're there, click around, share with your friends and stuff like that. I'm excited for today's episode.
Too, yeah.
Don't touch, it might bite.
You look like
shmoney. Shmoney, you got shmoney, boy.
Yes, I do. All right, enough about me. Let's talk about the 36-year-old woman that is breaking records.
Oh my God. When I read the story, like, I just had to be like, what? Huh? Wait, am I drunk? Am I high? Like, I'm like, I had to do like the OD triple extra look. There's a 36-year-old woman from Michigan, and she just made the Guinness Book record for having the most baby daddies. She has 14 kids and 14 baby daddies. Whoop, whoop, you did it, girl. Clap
Because
for yourself.
Men will leave 36 children in all the 36 states of Nigeria. So I don't know why she can. You go, girlfriend.
Yes,
I won't do it.
Listen,
I won't do it. Yazzie won't do it, but go, girlfriend.
We're supporting you. Oh, I am not doing that. Are you serious?
So how did you hear about the story? What's going on?
So I read it online, and she just had her 14th baby. So they interviewed her about how she felt. And she said that she feels like this time around, her relationship is going to work out. That in the past, I'm sorry.
That dress make her faint.
She said that in the past, the guys she had been with have been like deadbeats. But I think the new guy's name is Ramon. That's Ramon in the picture. And she thinks it will work with Ramon because she has been with Ramon for about a year.
So it's one guy
Ramon in this picture is super excited.
But keep in mind that if they've been together for a year and you're pregnant for 9 months, that means that they've only known each other for 3 months. I mean, hey, the relationship could possibly work. But I would just think that as a woman with 13 kids already.
14.
Well, she had 13 already.
Before
Before I got pregnant for this guy, I think I would have waited a little bit more than 3 months. But maybe he was so good to her that she was like, I'm going to catch him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to have a baby with him and I'm just going to catch him and hold on. But then again, you would think that after 13 kids, she would know that a kid can't hold a man down.
Exactly. So she has 14 kids from 14 different baby daddies, and she's just 36.
Yes.
That means before her eggs finishes, she's going to have the next 10 again before she gets to like 46. So, Mr. Ramon, what is his name? Or
I'm not counting her eggs, but I'm counting
is.
out the kids. And for me, this is a good thing because she has a soccer team now.
Soccer team.
More than a soccer team.
This is a whole
2 basketball teams.
Sport team.
2 basketball teams.
And I think at least one of these kids will be successful.
So all of them can be criminals.
All of them can be like no losers, but at least one of them. Listen, I am happy for her because listen, she didn't have an abortion. She actually had this kids, and from the look of it, they look like they can afford it. I just feel bad for her vagina. 14, pumping out all of that.
Her vagina, you should feel bad for Ramon. I wonder if when Ramon goes in it, if it's like deep like the sea and he just gets lost.
Chineke, no, you did it.
I can't believe you did that.
No, but
I'm just saying after 14 kids.
You know what? For this to be in the Guinness Book of Records is disgusting. Let me tell you why. Because in the African,
Listen,
let me tell you why.
I was gonna break my surprise about the Guinness.
Hold on, let me tell you why. Because we look down upon these Black Americans, Black people when they have a lot of babies running around. You're ghetto. Oh, you're ratchet. Oh, but she can go on Guinness Book of Records and break records. Please, my grandmother had over how many kids? I think the Guinness Book of Records. But you're right.
14
it wasn't from
baby
14
daddies.
baby daddies.
Yeah.
But can I say something? So she said that they asked her how she felt about being the Guinness Book of Records because clearly she just broke a record. And she was very excited about that. Her response was, I am very excited. I finally feel like I accomplished something because my whole life my mom told me that I wasn't worth it, that I was never going to be anything. So finally,
listen, there are people that
something.
actually have joy of just popping kids out.
There are other records to break now. Even if you want to break a record, is it with 14 different men? Medically, is this even safe? like 14, sleeping with 14. Anyway, people sleep with 1,000 self in their lifetime. Just that they don't pump out the babies.
That's my issue. Like, how, like, okay, so 14 different guys. So she was dating 14 different guys. And did she make, he said Nyama, and did she make up her mind that she's going to have a baby with each one? Number one. Number two, this has to be the most fertile woman in the world. All of the world. And I guess that's why she made Guinness, because like, how is it that every single time you got pregnant for every single guy, and it's just like,
let me not throw my shade again.
Me and you, you know, we don't even get boyfriend. You know,
I can't even,
this episode you have boyfriend. The next episode you don't have boyfriend.
Oh,
the other episode you want to marry 7 men.
God.
Choose one.
I'm done with you.
But can I ask one question?
Yes.
Where is she from? Is she originally?
She's from Michigan, and she has a Hispanic background.
Okay. Let me not throw all those my dangerous shades.
Her background is Hispanic. But I also want to add that the Guinness Book of Records has actually filed an investigation into her, and they're going to finish the investigation by end of March, because now they're going to see if she also holds the record of the woman with the most child support pensions, because she currently has 11 different men paying her child support, and she's mentioned in 2 other child support cases as well. So altogether at the moment, 11 already paying, and 2 more potentially are going to be paying.
Yeah, that's 13.
So they're gonna investigate that as well.
How many? I really want to know how many years apart. Anyway, she has to be loaded, so she's obviously taking care of the good children.
She's blessed.
From one pregnancy to another, we're going to move on to the next topic. Cardi B is rumored to be pregnant, y'all. Yes. So multiple sources are confirming that Miss Cardi B, aka Bloody Shoes, is pregnant and is due by July. So during summertime, we should all be expecting little Cardi walking around.
But is it confirmed though?
Multiple sources are confirming this. According to TMZ, I believe it. I believe it. According to TMZ, she still, however, is going to perform in Coachella. Well, during the iHeartRadio Awards, you could tell. Yes.
I said she was pregnant since November. I don't know if you guys remember November, December, when she herself said that, I got that happy weight because I'm so happy. Yes. I'm such in a happy. That's when I said no. I said that's not happy weight. That's pregnancy weight. Like I've been saying that to my friends.
But
I think she's very much so pregnant.
Since that.
Right. But are you sure it's alcohol? Because when I was pregnant, I used to like hang out with my sister and my friends, and we used to go out all the time, like just go for lunch and brunch. Hold on a second, and you know what I would do? I would take a wine glass and I would put cranberry juice in it because I just didn't want to feel out of place while everybody
videos. Like morning and like, I just had a hangover, and then talks her shit like she always does. Listen,
I think it just might be to throw the media off. Yeah. I think she's pregnant. I don't know for a fact, but I think she's pregnant. And I think they're doing everything in their power to throw the media off about her being pregnant.
Well, she's engaged to Offset. Safari.
No, sorry.
She's engaged to Offset, and I think I don't know about this. Listen. She's on top of her game right now. Yeah. She made Nicki Minaj run for the hills.
Did she?
Ever since she came out, we don't see
Where are you, Nicki?
Where they at? We can find you, Nicki. So I think maybe this, for me, it's at the wrong time.
I disagree.
Because you cannot afford a break right now.
I disagree.
Cardi B cannot afford a break right now.
She can afford Danny.
Her song, Bloody Shoes was the name of it.
5 million.
There's still milk in that song. Milk it. Finish milking it. That's what I'm saying. So finish milking that song. You can afford this right now. And what is the rush? She is 25 years old. What's the rush?
I disagree. First of all, Cardi is coming from a background where her family loves her. Do you guys see how much love her family gives her? Her family loves her. They're a very close-knit family. Number 2, she's taking care of her family. She lets all of us know she's paying all her mom's bills. I think she's going to pop that baby. Her mom is going to be with her every step of the way.
Are we going to be waiting for her?
She's never going to need to catch it. She's never going to need a break
because
her mom is going to be kind of, hey, Mr. Cut you off.
Yeah, you do that too.
Jesus Christ.
All right, go ahead.
I think it's turning into the reunion show.
Her mom and her sister is going to be very supportive. They're going to help her. They're going to take it. And I think that this is actually going to take her a step further because it's going to open other doors for her. I can see her coming out with a baby clothing line all of that kind of stuff. I don't think it's going to stop her at all. We're talking about a girl that came from stripping from the Bronx. Look at how far she's come, and I don't think nothing is going to stop her. She already has her fan base. It's not going to go away.
Okay, so let's just take the fact. Like I said before, she's 25 years old, engaged to Offset. Her album is coming out in April. What I know from the entertainment industry is one day you're in and the next day you are out.
No.
How fast she came out, you can be going like that.
This is my problem. This is my problem with men.
It's not men.
Policing women's bodies, because I think Beyonce just had a couple of babies herself.
She paid her dues, honey. She paid her dues with Destiny Child. She paid her dues. No, but you can't. No, you can't afford.
They hide now.
Okay,
they about to start singing.
Beyonce just had a couple of babies and she's back on track, about to do On the Run tour. Those babies are not up to 6 months, are they? Thank you very much. One. Number two, like Yazzie said, she has a whole team, a whole support system. All she needs to do is be at the hospital to pop out baby. Give her
her mom will even take the baby and say, bye, Cardi, bye.
Give her 2 weeks to a month. That is where society and men get off judging what a woman can do. My cousin popped out a baby and was back at work the next Monday. Okay, so don't tell me that Cardi can't do it. It's just to be in the studio. What is it? Breastfeed. Baby is quiet. Take the baby out of the booth. Record your song. She can do anything she wants to do. There's no such thing as the right time. She makes it the right time, and she has enough money to do whatever she needs to do.
Nobody's judging her. Actually, what we're saying is because we care about her career. We're not judging her. We're not saying that. Don't worry, her career is fine. Can I speak now? Hey, Jesus, I'll go. Should I go?
Bye.
Okay now. Make I go.
Because all I'm hearing is this.
Right.
Well,
you are beating around the bush. You are saying the same thing.
Because I'm a beehive, and I will attack.
Do you know how long it took Beehive to get things together before making that decision? Cardi B is young. We love Cardi B. We want Cardi B to be successful. I feel like Offset.
Let him finish.
Thank you. I feel like Offset is going off the set. First of all, he rushed to engage her, just like he doesn't want to lose her.
Yes.
And the next thing, he just pour everything inside.
Yes.
I feel like Cardi left for her. She's not ready to have a baby. Yes. If she's really pregnant, that's what I feel. But right now, she doesn't have a choice if she's pregnant. So to me, I think this is going to slow her down, especially for the fact that she's about to drop her debut album. Do you know what it is for you to be that successful with singles and a mixtape before, and now you're about to drop an album, and then you're going to go on a tour? Ha! I don't think she's ready for this.
Okay, so the Beehive has spoken. So now the Cardi stands are also going to speak. First of all, everybody's saying he rushed to marry her. Number one, he helped her career. He's been there for her from day one. She has said herself that when I got in the industry, yes, I worked very hard, but I didn't even know I needed an entertainment lawyer. There's so many things I didn't know. And since he was already experienced and he was so successful, he has guided her along the way. He got on her track for free. He got on her track the song Lick Before Bloody. Let me finish.
What are you talking about?
Lick, that song about the hitting a lick or whatever, so that she could blow. He's been there for her every step of the way. This baby is not slowing Cardi down. Nothing can slow her down. Let me tell you something. I'm sure by now, whatever songs are on the album, she's already shot 8 music videos already. So as soon as the album comes out, and that's why they're probably dropping the album in April. She'll be maybe able to do a couple of appearances or whatever. After that, they're gonna drop music videos. Trust me, as long as she has a good team behind her with planning, marketing, and strategy, this baby, I predict, if in fact she is pregnant, is gonna bring Cardi even more millions. And it's actually better. And it's actually better. And it's actually better to have babies young. It's actually better to have babies young if you have a good support system behind you. Having a baby, as long as you have a support system, is the best thing you could do. She should pop out all her babies before 30. I am comparing.
I was talking to her. When you start comparing Beyonce to Cardi B, I have to check you on that, because Queen B, Beyonce, you're gonna hear this because I heard yours. Queen B has paid her dues. She started when she was young. You have to know the business. You have to know show business. I'm not gonna be waiting for you. Hold on, okay.
I'm just agreeing with you, boss.
I don't need you to agree with me. I need you to understand. I need her to understand that you have to. I'm not crying.
Why are you crying?
You have to
But you know what
understand.
he's not realizing? Cardi came out and within 2-3 years, the amount of money she's made, it took Beyonce to make that in like as a solo artist.
Stop it.
No, hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm not saying, I'm not comparing them, and I'm not saying that Beyonce is not a great artist. But what I'm saying is the amount of money and influence that Cardi has had in a short time, Beyonce, it took, as you said, it took Beyonce all the time.
I disagree because listen,
That's the point
it has to last, honey.
And it's going to last. Cardi's here to say whoever don't like it. Miss Money, Miss Girl, I'm from the Bronx. Y'all can say whatever you want to say. Oh,
Cardi
she can't
is
even
always
talk
quick to clap
English.
back at people. So sensitive.
So is Rihanna.
Okay,
she's
but
not going
she
anywhere.
doesn't have
Rihanna
time
claps
like that.
back.
She doesn't have that time. Listen, congratulations to you, Cardi B. But for me personally, I think that you are rushing too much into this. You are rushing to this. This is the same guy that cheated on you 2 weeks after you engaged. Twice. And you're so happy to
How
pop
many
it
times did Jay-Z
he already
let me hear
he
what?
kept him as well.
How many baby mothers does he have?
He has
That is none of your business. How many
Everything
baby
we
mamas
talk
do you
about here is none of
have?
our business, but we're talking about it, please. Let me think.
How about Jay-Z's kid in Trinidad? Jay-Z's secret baby with Miss Trinidad in Trinidad, and he's paid the baby off. How about Beyonce's affair? How about Beyonce's affair and Jay-Z's affair?
Allegedly.
In my secondary school, say full at a time, but that's not what I mean. So can we go to the next story,
We
please?
are going to move on to the next topic. Queen B.
Queen
We're
Cardi,
sorry.
Princess Cardi.
Oh my gosh.
Cardi.
All right, so the next topic.
Cardi.
Okay, she's from the Bronx. Are you happy
Odara.
now? She's from the Bronx. Are you happy now?
Speaking of New York-related relationships, Donald Trump Jr. might be divorcing his wife. She said, ooh.
Why are you happy? First of all, the wife's
Let me
face.
pretend to be shocked.
The wife's face looks like bad weather.
Ew, Jesus. That's
Like she doesn't look happy
She was
at
like,
all.
let me run.
God.
She's like, these things that are going on in the White House.
How long have they
So
been
they've
married?
been together 10 years. They have 3 children, 8, 4, and 2, I believe. And they said that this sources have been saying that this has been a long time coming. This has nothing to do with what's going on in the White House. I'm supposed to believe this? No. And that it's been rocky for a long time. Things haven't been working lately. And Auntie's tired. Auntie's tired, so she's filing for a divorce. They said that she hired a criminal case lawyer.
Really?
To handle
The divorce.
this case.
That's
So
serious.
it's very spicy. It's there are a lot of juicy things. So many people are saying attributing this divorce to things going on in President Trump's administration in the White House, and Donald Trump's involvement in the Russiagate, and their personal attitude. I don't know what you guys know about the Trump family, but a lot of people think they're rather off and weird, and so 10 years of it, Auntie's tired. Seems she's pulling out of
Criminal justice
Donald Trump
lawyer.
and Donald Trump Jr. seems to have a type.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Really do.
They like it, model.
Frozen face.
Yes.
Type
Yes.
of blonde
I'm happy for her. I'm really happy for her because I think I've said it on this show before that I feel bad for Melania Trump. I feel bad for to be able to sleep next to such a man.
You said that
Who
they're
said
sleeping
they
in the
sleep
same
together
room.
so room for it? I
I
don't
don't
feel
mean
sorry.
that
That
level.
girl
I'm
used him for green card.
just saying that just be next to this
Green
man.
card.
Can
That
you
girl used
imagine?
him for green card.
But wait, you guys
But
keep
he was
saying
the one
wait,
who
hold on.
wanted
You
her.
guys keep saying that they don't sleep together. So how did they make that little boy?
No, in the beginning, she
Even from the beginning, I don't even know how you were able to lay next to this man.
you can't
So I'm happy for her. And I need her to bring out a book. After the divorce, get you some writers and
Juicy
tell us some
details.
juicy, stuff that went on in that
your
house.
father-in-law hit
Was
on
he
you?
able? Did he treat you right? Did he give you?
Anyway, let me
Wait,
not
say
comment.
it.
Let
Say
me not, before I get fired.
This is the kind of divorce that's like the one on Twitter where a lady and her husband separated, and the man sent her a text saying, "You will never find a guy like me again." And she was like, "Yes, of course, for the Bible says our affliction shall never rise again."
Exactly.
So it's over.
You're gonna
I
move
just,
on. I need her to go and get a black man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Change our life, change our color. I need us to get a tan.
Yazzie, there's something you want to say.
Yazzie, do you know some exclusive you're not telling us? Because you kept saying
y'all trying to get Donald Trump to come after this little African.
You've been living in the Trump Tower for a while.
For a long time.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to get me back on that boat one way. Where I ain't even gonna get a pass back.
One way, no return.
Listen, I just think even it seems like even Melania is not happy.
No, they don't.
It seems like even she wants a divorce. You know, it just seems like.
Did you see the way she pushed the sand that was trending a few
I
months ago?
really genuinely think Donald Trump ran for president as a joke. I don't really think he was serious. I don't think he thought he would win. When he won, he was like,
wait.
No, but the kids did.
You know what I mean?
The kids did.
And, you know, and since he won, it's just been very crazy. And I could understand her for wanting out. Because the kids first, right? And if the mom is not okay, the kids are not going to be okay. So she's probably like, look, I don't need to be in the middle of all of this. I need my sanity. You know, me and my kids, we got to go. And I think anyone around them needs to run. Like, you know.
Unlike Yazzie that was jubilating, I don't like to hear about anybody's marriage coming to an end. I think it's very sad, especially for the fact that they have 3 kids. I think it's very sad to know that they're...
But we spoke in private, and in private you were telling me about a family that you know... No, but hold on. We were talking about a family that the kids are asking the dad for a divorce.
Yes.
So that must mean that for your own kids to ask you to divorce, that means that it must be very toxic at home.
Would you rather
so
stay
for
and die in
me,
it?
when I hear about divorces, the reason why I normally celebrate is nobody gets into marriage to divorce. And I can say that because I'm a divorcee myself. And when you're getting married, of course, at that moment, you're so in love, you're happy, you're planning wedding, all this. So for you to make that decision to divorce, that means you really want to get out of something. So when I hear about divorce, I'm like, go, girl. It takes a stronger person to leave than to stay.
It goes back
reasons,
to
like
my,
strong reasons.
It goes back to my original issue with marriage. Like, why are you getting married to somebody that you cannot foresee, like the issues that you can have with somebody? So for me, I don't want to believe that it's a personal issue with her husband. I really want to believe that it's something tied to this Russiagate and things going on in this White House. And Auntie is trying to free her name and free her money.
All right.
Okay. Actually, you could be right too. You never know.
I think she's trying to get her
man's money.
She's trying to save her money or save her man's money. I just think that there's something off about this divorce.
Listen, I like it, and I think especially if it's a tax situation, I want her to run, and not only run, don't look back. We're gonna move on to the next topic. T-Money.
Well, there was a dangerous shooting that happened. No, not really. A teacher in a school in California accidentally fired a gun during a safety lesson, and students were there and some of them got injured, but he didn't shoot anybody. He fired up. So that's like what's trending right now because of what happened in Florida, the shooting. You know, Trump has said that they're gonna equip teachers with guns and teach them how to use them, and to his mentality, that is the safety that he's going to employ as a method of checking with this shooter. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's safe for teachers to have guns?
Listen, I think when I heard this story, I was like, what gun teaches school shoot? What ceiling? What?
Again.
No. What? First of all, I do not think that teachers should be equipped with guns at all. I do not think so. It is not safe at all. Like, because you got to remember, especially if you're teaching like 2nd or 3rd graders, what if they get access to the gun and they decide to shoot the school? And if you say you're going to lock up the gun, if you lock it up, when the gunman walks in and he's holding the machine gun rifle and he goes, what chance are you going to get to go and unlock it from safety and bring it out? No, it is pointless. They need to change the gun laws, period. If they want to bring guns into school, it needs to be like how it is in the urban cities or in the black neighborhoods in the hood, where we have like security guards and metal detectors at every school, period. They just need to make that standard at every public institution, period. And this man, my opinion, I think that he needs to go to jail. And I definitely think so. He should not have shot that gun at all. I don't care, ceiling or not.
He's an ex-police officer.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So he's supposed to be well experienced. So I'm surprised that he could make such a huge mistake.
Makes sense for him to have the guts to shoot like, just think about whatever you were teaching the kids, that you had the guts to shoot a loaded weapon in a building with kids in it. I don't care, in front of them as well. It's horrible. I don't care what he was teaching.
Actually, like a lot of schools came out to march against
14th, I think,
gun violence and stuff like that. I don't like this idea of teachers having guns in school. So what if somebody comes in in your school and started shooting, and you also shooting back. So now the school has turned into a war zone where we all I'm shooting everybody around. No. I don't like this at all. I agree with you because my high school had
mine did too.
What is it called?
We had metal detectors. You wouldn't detect, and you were ready for it every morning. You have your belt off.
It was really embarrassing that every day I go to school and you have to take everything off. Your watch, your thing, your bag has to be scanned before you go to class.
You go in prepared.
You go in prepared. So it's like
I don't appreciate anything that, like, what happened to protecting the little ones? Like, how do you even want a gun around a small child, knowing how mischievous children are? Do you understand? Like what you're saying, children are going to play with it. Why do you even want to expose? I just feel like we're robbing children. It's bad enough that there's such a thing as mass school shooting. Yeah. You now want to introduce a gun into a teacher, so the students now associate teacher with gun and violence, and just having that in their mind at all is so uncomfortable. I'm not a mother yet, but I would be so nervous to think I'm sending my child for 8 hours in the day to be around a gun.
Right.
No. They need to put more of the budget, more of the money into hospitals so they can take good care of their mental health. Because most of the people that shoot up the schools, they've been found that they go through some mental issues. So use more of the money to research and help these mental health kids. That way they don't just come up, get a gun, and start shooting people.
I also think they need to stop showing it on TV, because I feel like when you show it on TV, you're advertising it. It inspires another student, and that's why they keep happening back to back. Like one of the shooters recently, his sister also took a gun to school, or like they just arrested his sister as well in one of the Florida shootings. Like, why? Because her brother did it. He got glorified. A lot of these people, that's what they're looking for. They want to be glorified. They want to see their name everywhere. It's like you said, it's mental illness, but I do think they need to stop advertising it and change the gun laws. Those laws are so important. There's no reason why a 21-year-old should just get access to be able to buy a machine gun rifle.
That's a
just with an ID, just buy a gun.
Yeah, in certain states, actually. Oh my God, where was I? I was down south somewhere. I forgot where I was, and there was just like, I walked by a store, it was a pawn shop, and next door to it was a gun store. And you could go in there, and in certain states, Walmart sells guns as well.
Check before
They do.
Listen,
the guy
it's
in
crazy.
Texas that shut up the church, he was dishonorably discharged from the army. He had domestic abuse cases, but he still was able to get his hands on
It should be a process. When you're going to get the gun, you should be, it should be like a whole long process where like they take your name, your information, everything else, and then be like, okay, we'll get back to you. And they need to do a thorough check on you.
Even a mental. End here, guys, and we're gonna, throw it to the viewers. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on this topic. We love you for watching. Subscribe and add us on Instagram, The AVS Show. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks for watching. And if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.